live again, second time in about as many days, and kind of to my dismay, I am in just a little bit of an awkward situation right now, considering the release date of Flowers Volume 2 Summer, the supposed release date anyway, because as of right now, recording this, today is July 26th, and it's 12 noon, and Volume 2 Summer, this one, Volume 2 Summer, has not released yet. And, well, that just makes me look like a big fat liar, because I was saying it released on the 25th, and I was checking the Steam page sort of religiously. Nothing. I feel like I should have kind of been saying that with a disclaimer, take it with a grain of salt, that kind of thing, because it seems like Just USA sort of has a history with this, considering I think Volume 1 Spring did get delayed multiple times, and yeah, it's happening again, and I wanted to sort of hold out hope for the release date that they promised, but it's been about 24 hours past that release date and still nothing. On the bright side, this is sort of the silver lining of this, is that I get a little bit more leeway to finish Volume 1 Spring, because at this point I had all but given up on sort of finishing it on time, but thankfully that's not going to be the case anymore, or at least sort of however long it might take for Volume 2 Summer, because at this point there's no exact release date that we know of anyway, since the first one has been overdue. But I'm going to use this opportunity to get as far as I can here, because where we left off was sort of halfway through Chapter 5, at the halfway point, and that's not far enough. It's not really close to being done with the story as a whole. We're more than halfway through it at this point, since we're in Chapter 5 and there are 8 chapters total, but yeah, we're going to get into this. Seems like my internet connection is really bad. I'm going to move just for a second, and so hopefully I can get some better connection in here. Let me just sort of get rid of this for a second, move myself out of the way. Just not trying to do that. That works. Okay, let's move. Just adjust this real quick. I'm sorry, the audio is stuttering. You can hear that in the background. That'll change, be a little bit better once we get into this properly. It's just sort of, I think it's just a sort of result of my computer not really being up to par, not being able to handle it, even though it's a very non-CPU intensive game as far as things go. But anyway, let's start. Without further ado, I've just been talking for 4 minutes again. That's just great. So where we left off was after that sort of very intense and heart-pounding scene in the main landing at like 2 in the morning, where they were just kind of, doing the Bloody Mary ritual, and it was kind of a test here. Let me just move myself again, just really quick. Don't want any extra space in the corner right there. But yeah, they did the Bloody Mary ritual, and nothing really happened as far as they can tell, and it's only been a few hours, so maybe the effects of it have yet to settle in. But regardless, they're sort of there to find out more about the ritual, find out if it's like the rumors are true or not, and things like that. So let's see where this takes us.
もう戻っているわよ。きっと顔を合わせづらいから佐々木さんたちの部屋の方に行っているんじゃない？
まあそうかも。それにリンゴ、一度ユリと二人きりで話してみたいって言っていたし。こうしてお茶を飲んでいると深夜のお茶会を思い出すね。
少し前にもやったじゃない。でもこの3人だけっていうのは初めてだし、ちょっと新鮮ね。
そうね。この雰囲気なら。伝説の恋バナができるかもだわ。
So, we sort of see here that Suo is still riding this high of the ideal experience, kind of like the pinnacle of friendship, more like, or budding friendship, as she might put it, because she kind of took this whole experience as, oh, this is the way we can get closer, sort of, this is something that real friends do. And she definitely is, that's her takeaway from this situation. She doesn't seem like she was too freaked out or anything, that she really is affected by horror that much in general. So, and she's still kind of riding that high, we can say.
今恋がどうとかって言ってなかった？なんで食べ物でそんなに慌てて。
女の子が集まって恋と言ったら恋愛の話に決まっているじゃないの。だってスオちゃん初なんだよ。
Rika seems to have the same idea.
大人なスオさんだって乙女心は私たちと変わらないのだもの。恋愛の話をしようって気分にもなるわよ。
なるほど。確かに秘密の話をするにはいい夜ですからな。
かわいいわ。や
めてください。
せっかくスオさんが提案してくれたんだし、少し秘密のお話をしましょうか。
Seems like Suo is gonna get her wish, one way or another. Still messing with the audio levels. Don't really have the sort of balance that I want yet.
そうだね。この学院に入ってからそっち系の話はほとんどしてなかったし、興味あるしね。いちごさん、お友達とそういうお話はしないの？おしゃれとか何が流行っているとか女の子の会話はするけど、恋愛系はないかな。この学院って上品な人が多いし、切り出せない雰囲気だしね。
I mean, just one look at her, how she acts, it's pretty easy to see why Ichigo says that. She's a little bit, well, sophisticated wouldn't be the right word to describe her, I don't think. Although I think she might be out of place as far as just the way she carries herself and things like that. And the sophistication she's referring to might just be in appearance and how people carry themselves, but I guess, you know, at an all-girls school like this one, that is, appearances are important. I just don't mean physical appearances, it's the way that you carry yourself and fun things like that. Let's see where this takes us, really.
もしかしてこれってすでに恋の話になってるんじゃ。
まだクラスが一緒になって2ヶ月経ってないんだし、なかなか難しいわよね。それじゃあまずはいちごさんから話してもらおうかしら。
It's kind of funny that Zuo is so excited to talk about this, to talk about romance, I mean, because I'd say her experience doesn't extend very far, to say the least. She's... To say that she might know anything about it even might be a stretch in and of itself. So maybe she just wants the dirt. She wants some gossip she wants to talk about. And well, who doesn't like gossip, right?
言い出したスオちゃんからじゃないの？
私は美味しいものは最後に取っておく方なんです。それじゃあさあ話してとなっても難しいし、定番の初恋や気になる人とかはどう？
気になる人か。初恋は簡単なんだけどね。好きになった人とかいるの？それはいるよ。さすがにこの年で全くないって方がおかしいよ。
そうか、おかしいんだ。それでお父様とか言ったらつまらないわよ。
父親が初恋の相手っておかしいのかな。
自信満々だったから戸惑っているのよ。まあ最初に意識する男性は父親だって言うからわからなくはないけどね。
There's a pretty important tidbit of backstory right there. I think it's well placed. Sort of insert in the middle of this normal conversation, but it's important, you know. Sort of, and it explains a lot of her just, you know, her kind of troubled family situation. And how she often has only negative things to say about any family that's not her grandfather, basically.
でしょ？変なのかと思って焦っちゃったよ。うちの親ってどっちも仕事で忙しくてさ、ほとんど家に帰ってこないんだ。私とリンゴはほとんどおばあちゃんに育てられたようなものなんだよ。私と似ているわ。それだから父親っていうよりたまに帰ってくる優しい男の人ってイメージで。帰ってくるたび私が欲しいものを知っていてたくさんプレゼントしてくれるんだ。だから好きなのかも。
Who doesn't like presents, especially when you're a kid?
それってなんだか物に釣られているみたいね。
Easiest way to a child's heart, usually. Not often the best one, but easiest one. Not a substitute for, you know, real affection, but works on some people.
でも前の学校の男の子はみんな子供っぽいしな。乱暴だったりもするし。
それじゃあ気になる人は？
ここ女子校だよ。気になる人がいたらまずいよ。
Yeah, and we see that sort of... I went on like a bit of a tangent. I don't want to call it a rant because I wasn't yelling and I wasn't like particularly pissed, but in chapter 4 we sort of see this, I'll call it internalized homophobia from the Sasakis, because they don't have any malicious intent behind it and they don't think what they're saying is weird or doing it anyway. We see it again here. As if it's, you know, a strange thing to, you know, swing that way, for lack of a better term. To have your sexuality be something that's not the norm. And she sort of, doesn't really consider her audience here either, who she's talking to, who she's saying this to. Because as we should know by now, it's not exactly the case for everyone in this room. And there we see it right there. And we as the reader would probably know the reason why by now.
次はりっちゃんだよ。まずは初恋の人は？
そうね、初恋の人は
こういう表情をするときって真面目に資料しているときなのよね。
いるわ。
That's probably in no small part due to her very impressive powers of perception, which she has demonstrated time and again.
おお、堅物の鉄の委員長にもそんな相手が。ちょっと、私ってそんなイメージなの？それは私だっていいなって人くらいいるわよ。
そうなんだ。それでどんな人なの？
そうね。性格は大人で少し陰にこもるところがあるわ。
流行の装飾系ってやつかな。
Who could that be? Could be a lot of people, of course, but... Well, we can cheat and sort of use the rules of narrative and storytelling here and make the assumption that this scene would not be in here if it wasn't important, if it didn't have some sort of particular information that we should know and keep for later. What I'm trying to say is this person is someone we know. And who does that sound like? Who has the sort of public perception of their personality being like this?
真面目で繊細でとても賢いの。
今のところ火の打ちどころがないな。何かダメなところってないの？
そうね。おとなしすぎるからちょっと考えていることがわからないところもあるわ。
That's probably a typo. Since, you know, Ichigo repeats what Rika says, but if you play it back, they don't say the same thing. I think this is what Ichigo was supposed to say, and then they just sort of overwrote that with and replaced it with Rika's line. Kind of a pain, but it's kind of like you can sort of guess what Rika goes on to say here because we don't really know unless you know Japanese, which I don't. My Japanese is terrible, as I've said before, but I was gonna say something else. Oh, you can kind of say that like, oh, you know, this person's thoughtful, like to a fault maybe.
ネクラじゃん。やっぱり話していて楽しい相手の方が良くない？
そのミステリアスなところがいいんじゃない。
そんな男にりっちゃんは渡せないな。
Who says it's a man?
え？何？なんか変なことを言った？
Maybe.
それじゃ最後にスオちゃんだよ。言い出したのはスオちゃんだし、もちろん相手いるんだよね。
Good point. In most cases, I think in hers, though, I think Suo just wanted to gossip and partake in this characteristic activity or display of friendship, as she might put it.
私も すごく興味があるわ。
何を考えているの私。
And that's what I mean. What Ichigo said might not apply to everyone in this room, how it would be weird.
赤くなったってことはいるんでしょ。
Yeah, I mean, what I was saying is, what Ichigo said earlier may not necessarily apply to everyone in the room, and by not everyone, I mean Suo. But those characteristics that Rico was describing, aren't a lot of people in this game that we've already met that are like that. Kind of narrows it down. I don't have to say it out loud, personally. It's probably pretty obvious, let's say. And Ichigo makes a good observation. Suo wears her emotions. She's very bad at hiding her feelings, and often wears her emotions on her sleeve. So she's sort of caught red-handed there.
本当なの？スオさん。
今ほど小説や映画が好きでよかったと思うことはないわ。
Yes, of course. Always make sure to thank Clint Eastwood.
それじゃそろそろお開きにしましょうか。
It's kind of easy that, considering that sort of humorous and lighthearted scene, to forget the tension that we had to go through earlier in that Bloody Mary ritual. It's all but behind us now. Or is it? Mayuri and Ringo have yet to come back still, even though they've been talking for a while. Very interesting.
もうこんな時間。
さすがにそろそろ寝ないと明日起きられないしね。いちごさんはまゆりさんのベッドを使って。2段目だから。
私、自分の部屋でも同じだから一番上で寝てみたいな。今日は楽しかったわ。全部はできなかったけど恋愛の話はできたし。
いちごさんに頼みがあるんだけど。
何？どうしたの？
確かさっき言っていたわよね。花を摘みに行きたいって。
こんな夜中に？お花はいいよ。もう眠る体勢ができているしさ。
そうじゃなくて、お手洗いについてきてほしいのよ。
ああ、トイレね。だったらそういえばよかったのに。
ました。それでいちごさんも眠る前に行った方がいいわよ。
さっきも話したけど私もう眠いし。これは季節してもう一つの夢が叶う機会じゃない？
What is that? 3 in 1 night? She's making pretty good progress for herself. Checking those things off the checklist and all.
女子と一緒にお手洗いに行くこと。
It's so innocent, but that's why you can't help but root for her. Who doesn't want this sort of idyllic fantasy of just like unconditional friendship, I guess. Something that she's been deprived of for her entire life.
いちごさんがついてきてくれないんじゃ。よかったらスオさん、一緒に。
行きます。え？一緒に行きます。行かせてください。
Must really want to go to the bathroom.
言ってくれるのは嬉しいけど。
暗がりで襲われないようにね。
And naturally, she has no idea what Ichigo is talking about.
そんな、スオさんはそんな人じゃないわ。それに私。
違うの。もっと仲良くしたいってそう思って。仲良くしたいって積極的だな。
スオさん。ごめんなさい、待たせてしまって。いえ。
親方、しっかりとスオ容疑者を見張っておきましたぜ。ねえ、そのお菓子食べないならもらっていい？
To that brief moment of suspense. And yeah, it's kind of easy to forget that they did the ritual. It seems at this point that everyone was kind of in it for the bonding experience, the intimate display of friendship that Tsuo so craved that she was talking about earlier. And for now, everything seems fine. So what did they learn from it? By doing the ritual? That kind of remains to be seen. At this point, it's a little bit easy to forget that they're trying to solve a mystery. Maybe they just got a little bit distracted, as the last scene might indicate. But it's not over yet. We've still got a ways to go in this chapter anyway.
いちごね、それは私としても狙っていた。ね、続きはどうなったんだよ。私には聖母様の絵から声が聞こえてきたんだ。あれは男の人の声だったな。へえ、眉唾だが面白い経験をしてるじゃないか。私は絵の中に死神を見たの。
Man, I should have a typo counter or something. I'm just kind of tired of pointing them all out right now. Obviously, there it is right there. Them let out. It's probably then. And that's, what, 2 in the last 10 minutes of game time, probably? No matter.
本当は黙っていてほしいけど。まあ、あの二人と出かけたんだ。こうなることはやむなしだよ。
I suppose it could tarnish Rika's reputation as the upstanding class president. If you found out she snuck out in the middle of the night and broke a ton of rules, like they all did. But that's characteristic of them. They just can't shut up about it. maybe it was a good thing that in that previous scene when they were talking about romance and all those things that Suo had dreamed of, there was no like real tangible information that was exchanged, because it's pretty clear by now that they cannot keep a secret, whether it's mystery information about stolen books, whether it's, you know, just gossip about who likes who, or whether it's about breaking the rules and doing some sort of occult ritual. They're just socialites by nature, I guess. They thrive off of that environment, and that's pretty apparent right now anyway.
二人が無事だったことが嬉しいんだわ。
遠からず教諭たちの耳には入るだろうね。
そうね。憂鬱だけど仕方ないわ。
上級生の間では噂になっていたけど、まさかあんたらが試しに行くなんてね。
That makes two of us.
いけないとは思っていたけど、興味があったのよ。
Sometimes it's all the reasoning you need to go and break some rules and have a good time.
いやいや、別に責めているんじゃないぜ。むしろ大したものだって褒めたいくらいさ。あんたももちろん。まあ高坂はいいとしてお堅い委員長まで付き合うってのが意外だったよ。認識を改めなくちゃな。
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's Yaigaki, who is just very judgmental anyway, and always gives people she always gives people a hard time. Never really lets anyone off easy. So it's just her. That's just how she is.
本来止めなくちゃいけないのは分かっていたけど、まあこれも長い学院生活を送る通過儀礼の一つだと思ってね。今度八重垣さんも一緒に行ってみるかい？
聖母様の顔を見に？面白い冗談だ。階段をどうやって登るって言うんだよ。まあ儀式には私も興味がある。その時はこいつにおぶってもらおうかな。背負っていってもいいなら構わないわ。そこはお姫様だけだろ。つまらないこと言うなよ。おっと、重そうだなんて言うのよ。私は羽のように軽いんだ。
I guess saying the old saying is true. Birds of a feather. Because they're both social outcasts, and I think if it was anyone else, Tsuo would already be blushing up a storm at the idea of Princess carrying some other girl, but she just kind of takes it in stride. I do really like it's such an unlikely dynamic in a way, because their personalities are sort of different, but a very enjoyable one, if I say so myself.
まあ今日くらいは仕方ない。最後まで付き合おう。
そうね。
ちゃん、私。
So yeah, in typical Suo fashion, this the sort of sweet displays of friendship and things of that nature are just brought to a screeching halt by the classic black background, white text on black background, which is very reflective of the foreboding monologue that comes along with it, because Tsuo is just is it's some very intense foreshadowing. Especially, she was like, oh, I've got many bad experiences at the academy and fun things like that. Just things that can brighten anyone's day. And, well, if we consider the dialogue or the monologue at the beginning of the chapter, and we apply it here, we can guess that this is where really things start to be set in motion. Things about the disappearances, those who disappeared with the spring. If I were to quote that opening monologue, let's see what this brings us. Not to interrupt the somber atmosphere, but I want to say that considering her varied knowledge in all things multimedia, that's a reference to the disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, which is a very well-known anime, just overall, probably both in Japan and here in the West. And she was very well read and well watched, and she hasn't referenced any anime up to this point, but just the capitalization seems like that's what it's nodding to. And it's kind of similar, too. It's sort of, there's some parallels between the two. They happen out of nowhere. They interrupt the sort of both idyllic and hectic life that they've been experiencing up to this point. And just like that, scene change.
今のところはうまく騙せているようね。
でもいつまでも隠しているわけにはいかない。
Sort of interesting to apply the non-linear storytelling again to make a break in the narrative from future to past and back again. I guess it's sort of, it at once removes the sense of suspense and adds to it, because I think we are left to wonder, like, oh, it was covered up, but what exactly did they have to cover up? What sort of plans did they formulate? I like how the artist depictions of the different rooms are subtle, but they're there. You see the apples on their bed, the glasses of water right here, and some other stuffed animals over here. So there's a nice attention to detail, even if most of the makeup is more or less the same.
Nodoが渇いたっていちご姉が言ったの。だから私が注いで、それで自分の分も入れていちご姉の方を向いたら。
So we have a full-fledged mystery on our hands again. And it's solving the disappearance of Ichigo Sasaki. And that means this, as Ringo is saying right now, and she's sort of hinting at, this is the scene of the crime, as, well, if we are to operate under that mode of, like, we're detectives here, we're playing the part of detectives, then This is important. Pay attention to this scene, because it might give us clues as to what happened, as to why she disappeared, as to where she went, those kinds of things. So, basically, we should be thinking that every detail mentioned here could possibly be important, including these ones back here just a few moments ago.
失礼するよ。
今見たところはみんな探したよ。
ちょっと大げさね。ただあれでしょ、リンゴさんがジュースを注いだ隙に隠れたんじゃなく、部屋から出て行ったってだけじゃないの？
私の分を注ぐ時間はもともとグラスを用意しておいたから10秒もかからなかった。
The way that she tells your story does make it seem like it was just a vanishing act out of thin air. She turns around and the next moment she's gone.
それに部屋から出たのならドアの音が響くはず。
そうなの。確かにそれは。
とにかく寮長、いやダリア先生に話そう。
黙っていることはできないかしら。
黙っていたって仕方がないだろ。イチゴはいなくなったんだ。まずは先生に報告しないと。
血まみれメアリーの儀式を行って消えてしまったって？
それは。
私は儀式のせいでいなくなったなんて思ってないわ。幽霊なんておとぎ話よ。だからこれも何か理由があってのことだわ。
どんな理由があるって言うんだ。
私はイチゴさんじゃないからわからない。でも元気そうに見えても何かを抱えていることはあるものよ。例えばこの学院が肌に合わなくて家に戻ろうとしていたとか。
そんな話聞いたことがない。
今のは推測だもの。でも消えた理由は他にあると思う。儀式のせいじゃない。だから私は少し待っていてもいいと思う。消えたのがイチゴさんの意思なら待っていれば頭を冷やして戻ってくるか、向こうから何か接触があるはずよ。スオさんはどう思う？先生に報告した方がいい？それとも様子を見る方に賛成してくれるかしら？
私よりもリンゴさんの意思だと思う。リンゴさんはどうしたい？私は彼女の考えに従うわ。私はもう少し待ってみたい。ダメかな？
リンゴさんが言うならそれに従おう。ただしあと2日、3日までだ。
ありがとう。
病気で伏せっていることにして様子を見ましょう。あとは
どうした？何か発見したの？
リッカさんが言いたいのは、ごまかすために3人部屋のもう一人のクラスメイトに話をつけなくちゃいけないってことだと思うわ。
そうか、アミティエか。
この部屋は私とイチゴね2人きりだから。
だって。
私たちが血まみれメアリーの儀式を知るきっかけとなったのは、5人ものクラスメイトが辞めたからなの。そっか、リンゴさんたちのアミティエも辞めた5人のうちの1人なのね。彼女との共同生活はうまくいっていた。だから突然辞めたことが気になったの。
とりあえずリンゴさんは病欠のことをダリア先生に、リッカがうまく取りなしてやってくれ。
スオさん。
Alright, we have left the scene of the crime, and a lot of significant or otherwise information has been imparted to us. So I'll let that sit for a moment, take care of something real quick, and after that we'll review what we have just learned and sort of what approach that we need to take to this mystery. Okay, so how do we approach this mystery? I think it's probably a good idea. I mean, up until now, this sort of entire game has had a very realistic worldview, and the setting itself is realistic. No real presence of anything supernatural, anything mysterious, anything occult, things like that. This tier chapter, chapter 5, is really the first time that it's been discussed in detail. And so it might be useful for now to consider it just as a plot device. And by that I mean it functions in the girl's case, it functions as, how do I put this? It's not actually supernatural. There's a reasoning. It's like it could be a cure for boredom, or it could be something to it could be an excuse for like something else. In this case, it might be useful to think about, like, oh, maybe it wasn't really the Bloody Mary ritual. Maybe there's another reason behind it. Assuming that Ichigo really is gone because she pulled off a pretty convincing vanishing act. And so I think Rika had a pretty good point in that, well, she might not. There could be some sort of ulterior motive behind it, because if you sort of just, it's like, yeah, if you sort of just assume that it was because of the ritual, then mystery's over. Like, there's nothing you can really do about it. There's nothing you can do to solve it, really, because you know the cause and you can't really change it. And if that was the case, we wouldn't have a mystery on our hands, but we do. They're still probing into this. So yeah, I mean, we'll take a realistic approach to how to solve this mystery and see where that takes us, where that takes Suo, where that takes all of our characters.
何？
聞いていなかったの？これからどうしようって話をしていたのよ。
とりあえず今日はうまくごまかせたけど、立花が言ったように今日一日様子を見たけど何の音沙汰もなかったな。
何よ、私が悪いって言うの？
そうじゃないけどさ、私たちを脅かすために消えたのを装っているならそろそろ種明かししてもいいのにって思ってさ。いや、リンゴさんを責めたわけじゃないんだよ。
でも立花さんが様子を見ようと言ったのは、いちごさんが私たちを騙してふざけていると考えているからなのでしょ？
半々ね。彼女の性格ならこれくらいの悪ふざけをしてもおかしくないわ。そして残りの半分は何か悩んでいたのかもと思っていたからよ。
So her line of reasoning from earlier that she might be secretly struggling with something is repeated. It's sort of, it was refuted by Ringo earlier. She said, oh, she never told me anything, and we kind of can assume, we don't know for sure, but we can assume that the twins are pretty close, that they tell each other most everything, if not everything. So, unless you can figure out a reason, like, as to why Ringo said that, I think that's the working explanation right now, that that's not really why she disappeared, for now anyway.
まだ学院が始まって2ヶ月の間に5名の旧友が辞めたでしょ。お家の事情からなのかもしれない。それとも何か悩みがあってなのかもしれない。私はね、いちごさんが何かを悩んでいて姿を消したのなら大ごとにしないで待っていてみようと思ったの。騒ぎになったら余計に出てこられなくなる。そうでしょ？
立花さん、変わったわ。
居づらくなるのは必死か。まあもうしばらくは待ってみようか。
So this is a little nice observation by Suo here, that it's about, this game really is ultimately about change for everyone, and not just our main character here, even though most of the focus is on her and her sort of growth and development. But it's true, I agree with her. I think it's a good observation. And it makes Rika a little bit more likable and less of an overall stickler, in my opinion.
姉のことを考えてくれてありがとう。
いちごとは友達だからね。
友達。
There it is, that word again. It's a very important distinction in this game between the friend and the acquaintance, and someone you just kind of know. Where like the distinction, the title of friend is like it's the shining goal for Suo. Anyway.
今日までは様子を見て何も変化がないようなら明日から学院内を探してみることにしましょうか。
何もしないよりはいいかもね。スオさんからは何かない？
本当に家に戻ろうと考えているなら、あさって購買の業者の人が来るだろうから、いちごさん宛てに手紙を書いて投函してもらえるよう頼んだらどうかな。
そうか。 手紙は1週間に1度の集荷があるけど、事態が事態だし、頼めるなら投函してもらった方がいいかもね。
いい考えだわ。さすがスオさん。
I think there, this little, I'm circling it, you can't see my cursor. The top line here, she talks about the cellar. That's the first mention of, well, sort of any contact that the school has with the outside world, as isolated as it is. They have to get their supplies somehow, so it makes sense that, like, a supply truck would come along every now and again, give them what they need. So Suo is operating under the assumption that, yeah, it's like part of it. Basically, it's part of this mystery that they have on their hands. Really, it's really struck her. That really struck her hard. Just like that, their search is very unfruitful.
日が傾いてきている。そろそろ自室に戻ってみんなにどうだったか聞いてみよう。希望的観測よね。何を希望するんだね。僕かい？だってスオー君も乙女のような声を上げるんだね。まるで少女のようじゃないか。
Very, very accurate and thoughtful impression by our resident class clown Yatsushiro. Although, Ichigo competes for that title as well, but I think Yatsushiro is in her own league as far as messing with people goes anyway.
まるでも何も乙女ですよ。急に声をかけられたらびっくりするじゃないですか。スオー君、こいつは苦言だがね。こんな往来で自分が処女だと宣言するのは感心しないぞ。
I think that's supposed to be an insult. I can't tell. So yeah, she recognizes it as an insult as well.
で、どうしたんだい？棒立ちだったじゃないか。もしかして僕を待っていたのかい？八代先輩なら何か知っているかもしれない。本当に変だぞ、ぼーっとして。まさか僕に口づけてもらいたいのかな。違います。八代先輩に聞きたいことがあって。僕にか？いいだろう。何でも質問してくれたまえ。血まみれメアリーの儀式のことを聞かせてほしいんです。血まみれメアリー？まだそいつを調べていたのかい？ネリーに話を聞きに行ったのだろう？はい。いなくなった上級生の話や儀式のやり方を。でもいなくなった生徒のその後の話は聞いていないのです。血まみれメアリー？まだそいつを調べていたのかい？ネリーに話を聞きに行ったのだろう？あいつからそう聞いたぞ。
I feel like playing this through again, I should know when the characters stop talking, but it's not. My memory's not perfect, I guess.
その後、むごたらしい死体で見つかったとか？その後ね。まあ見つかった話は聞いていないから、おそらく親元に戻ったのだと思うよ。
Yeah, normally in this day and age, it would be pretty easy to find out. I mean, you can just look on their social media, or go on Facebook, check your phone, contact them if you lost if you like suddenly they disappeared, but I mean, it's easy to go dark from those things too, but usually people don't quit those things completely. And of course, at this school, no electronics allowed, which is, you know, they're basically living in the 1950s or something. It's crazy.
さらわれたら見つからないのですか？
ん？いやいやいや、なんだかオカルトじみた思考になっているね。いいかい、スオ君。血まみれメアリーだの、さまようウェンディゴだのはやめた者のための装置なんだよ。
装置です。
そうさ、ここは全寮制の学院だ。今まで仲良くやっていた仲間がポコッといなくなる。それが大勢なら噂を呼ぶだろう。
装置ですか？
この学院の七不思議は納得いかない者のためのいわばシステムなんだ。
Yasuhiro once again with the information bomb. Because this is consistent with what Riko was saying about how maybe Ichigo was just fed up. And Yasuhiro here all but confirms this, that there's no occult stuff going on, that it's not supernatural, that people use it as an excuse.
ホームシックで暗く沈み込んでいる者はいい。やめていったとしても理由や理屈が通るからね。だが一見アミティアや他の旧友ともうまくやってはいたが、ぽっかり心に穴が開いてしまった者が突然やめてしまう。仲の良かった者は理不尽さを感じるだろうね。それを分かりやすい形で表したのが
七不思議。
そういうことだよ。
Of course, this is only one side of the story. It's not automatically the right explanation. It's just that when this sort of explanation pops up from two different characters and it's phrased very well, yeah, you might be a little bit inclined to believe it. But as much as you might be, you still don't know for sure. You still don't know if it's just two people in denial, sort of acting like there's no strange stuff going on. But right now, I think we might be inclined to believe them that, to put it this way, that the 7 mysteries at the school and all of that fancy stuff about disappearing and whatnot is nothing more than a plot device in the literal sense of the term. And as far as this game goes, it's literally a plot device, and in the real world contained within the game, that it's a plot device to disappear. And to sort of like see yourself off without too much hubbub. Hubbub. That's the word I'm looking for, not hubbub. That's different.
八代先輩の言う通りだとしたら。
あれから僕もネリーに話を聞いたんだが、七不思議のうちの判明している4つは血まみれメアリー、さまよえるウェンディゴ、寄宿舎のシェイプシフター、そして真実の女神というものらしいね。どれも遭遇した場合はさらわれてしまう。
コミカド先輩にも聞かされた事情だ。
全ての怪異がさらうだなんておかしいだろう。階段の締めは死んだり気が狂ったりするパターンもあるのにね。だからこそ僕が思うに、この学院の七不思議はやめていく者への体のいい理由付けなんだと思うよ。
It's a pretty good point too. But, you know, what Suo says back here, if what she's saying is true, then Suo feels like she's kind of failed as a friend to, if I were to make that assumption and make that distinction. Maybe that could be why she doesn't want to accept it, or she's still looking for some explanation, because letting Ichigo leave on that note because she was dissatisfied in some way means that Suo might think that she's fit as a friend.
さあ、すべての七不思議が。
Why not? Knowing Suo, that's probably not a coincidence that she sort of fixated on that strange wording. We've seen a pattern with that, of course, that it usually leads her to some sort of answer, to some sort of the missing piece that she was looking for in solving the mystery.
「見つからなかったか」。
ええ、もう探せる場所はみんな探したわ。
So they're back in the Sasaki's room, the scene of the crime, as I said, and we're nearing the end of the chapter here. We're like, so if we take my last playthrough, or my last stream, that was 2 hours long, including me talking. We take this stream as well, which is about running it for an hour now, including me talking again. We're about 3 hours in, which is around the average length of time that I take per chapter. So that means we're almost done wrapping up here. And the first time I played this, I was thinking, never once have I seen the background of the room change. They were open when we came in, and Suo takes note of the fact that she closes the curtains and she pours the glass of soda water. And I couldn't get that out of my head. I was like, why? Why take care to mention it? Why take care to mention it? Why take care to point it out in your artist background, to draw it, you know, to draw them open and then draw them closed and then show the difference? It's not an accidental detail. We'll keep going.
ありがとう。
Suo almost has all of the pieces she needs to solve this.
ちょうど喉が渇いていたんだ。
Hopefully they don't disappear as well after drinking it. Might be the soda water that made Ichigo disappear, you know? Cursed soda water.
いちごさん、リンゴさんが借りた小説。
Even now she's kind of thinking about it.
読んでいる暇はないわよね。
あまり切り出したくないことだけど、今日でリミットの3日目だ。これからのことを考える必要があると思う。
One second. Sorry about that. I wanted to finish this. I've had it for like a few hours, this frappe from McDonald's. So pay no mind while I drink it, probably very loudly.
そうね。そろそろごまかしが効かなくなってきたものね。
Oops. Accidentally knocked the table right there.
明日ダリア先生に話そう。
Mayuri delivers the ultimatum.
そうね。
and
先生から電話を入れてもらったらいいわ。もしかして家元にもう戻っているかもしれないし。
1日2日だけ待ってもらえないかな。リンゴさん、電話をして家にいればいい。でもいなかったら。
大丈夫よ。これだけ探して見つからないのだもの。家に戻ったと考えた方が。
Probably not for sure.
あと1日だけ待ちましょう。
スオさん、
それは何か考えがあってのこと？
わからない。でももう少しで何かつかめそうな気がするの。
Because once again, it's up to her and her very big brain to figure this whole thing out.
スオさんが言うなら私は賛成だわ。私が誤解されそうだった時、解決してくれたのがスオさんだもの。
そろそろ限界なのは変わらないけど、アミティへの頼みだ。やるだけはやってみよう。ごまかしきれなかったらその時はその時だしね。
ありがとう。
1日くらい入らなくてもいいって言ったのに。
ダメよ、女の子が何を言っているの。それに今日は森の中をたくさん歩いたでしょ。汗だってずいぶんかいたじゃない。
まあそれはそうだけど。
先に髪から洗った方がいいわ。じゃないと二度体を洗わなくちゃならなくなるし。
はいはい、お母様わかりましたよ。参ったね。ね、スオさん。
何かもう少しで何かがつかめそうなのだけど。
へえ、珍しいな。
何？
久しぶりにシャンプーハットを使っている人を見たよ。なんだかリンゴさんが使っていると可愛いね。
あ、失敗したわ。
どうしたの？
すごく小さいことなんだけどね。シャンプーとボディーソープを間違っちゃったみたいで。
There's an ant crawling around my computer screen. It's just like up and disappeared. There it is. Yeah, it just up and disappeared. I was scared it's gonna crawl inside. But it's like Sua says, she's on the verge of figuring this out. It's kind of like she just is waiting for that last catalyst for her. She needs one more clue, basically. And really, that's all she needs.
ああ、私もたまにやるよ。そういうのってなんか変にがっくりするよね。
As a result, this is kind of like the earlier scene, the scene of the crime I was talking about earlier, where every detail is important because her awareness is very high right now. She's kind of looking out for anything.
でもしょうがないわ。リッカさんメガネを外しているし、シャンプーとボディーソープの容器は同じ柄だし。
The two of them look so alike. Music stops. That's our cue.
同じ柄？それって。
And she's not talking about shampoo and body soap anymore. She's talking about the twins.
八代先輩の言葉。
what Yatsushiro Senpai, or what Yatsushiro said, is the mysteries are an excuse. They're used as like sort of cover to kind of hide the fact that someone was dissatisfied, that they just wanted to leave the academy, and Yatsushiro says this is always the case, with no exceptions, that there's no occult stuff going on here. So it might be tempting to pick this one. It's a disappearance linked to the 7 mysteries, but that would be confirming or going along with the assumption that these things are real, that there's actually occult and supernatural stuff going on. Oh my gosh, my hand is just covered in, I don't know if you can see it, it's covered in mocha syrup. Excuse me for a second. But it's tempting to pick it because it's the assumption that we've kind of been operating under this whole time. But if we're going off what Yatsushiro Senpai said, it's this one. It's not necessarily linked. It's not because she didn't disappear because of the 7 mysteries, because of the Bloody Mary ritual. I do think that this choice needs to be a little bit clearer, that it's a disappearance because of the Bloody Mary ritual or something like that, because it's like, this isn't technically wrong. It's like people use the 7 mysteries or the Bloody Mary ritual in this case as a cover for what I was talking about earlier. I don't often toot my own horn, and I'm not going to do it that much here because it's not like I'm not smart, come on. I'm really stupid. But out of all of the mysteries in this game, most of them are pretty difficult. Like, you have like these trails of breadcrumbs that you have to follow basically, and often you have to have some external knowledge, you have to know some trivia. This is the only mystery where you don't. I think either this one or the one in chapter 7. But anyway, this is probably the only mystery in the game where you don't have to have outside knowledge to solve this. Everything you need is here. And you can tell, like, the proof is here by the colors of these icons, because the pink is the one that I already picked, the black ones are not. But this is the only mystery in this entire game, out of all the mysteries, that I got right on the first try without getting outside help. And I think this is the easiest one because of that. But that's not, like I said, it's not because I was smart, not because like, oh, I immediately knew. It's probably closer to the fact that I got it right for the wrong reason. You'll see what I mean, but for now, let's pick this one. We'll see where this path, this line of reasoning leads our main character. And she is. And this is a really tough one, I'm not gonna lie, because all of these make some sort of sense. You could posit a theory as to something about any of these being off, especially this one. You can say like, oh, you know, Suo made note of this when she went to the room for the second time out. Ringo had 2 copies of it, and how she didn't have time to read them. This is what I noticed. Suo took care to point it out as well, and my reasoning for it was, I'll get to my reason for it. It wasn't necessarily right, it wasn't necessarily incriminating reasoning, but I mean, come on, like, it's the only one I picked, and I finished the game obviously, so it must be the right one, right? We're cheating here, but Suo will explain it later, and I'll explain my own reasoning after she does, and kind of compare the two. And here it is. This is referring to, oops, I almost clicked it. This is referring to the pickles that they were talking about at the beginning that they ate, that Suo thought was expired, and they all kind of experienced the placebo effect. Suo didn't really make note of this. She kind of felt guilty about it. This is what she mentioned. She didn't mention it was off, she just kind of took note of it. this is the most incriminating one because we're using the game's devices as a sort of lead here. Because the game took care, it made a point to draw the room with open curtains and then draw the room with closed curtains to animate it, to show them actually being opened and closed, and Suo took a point of that herself. It is, I don't think it's cold out. I don't think that she mentions it's cold up to this point. They said that they actually said that it was hot. They were going around and sweating, so yeah, this is it. This is what I sort of reasoned, but like, I don't think we as viewers are expected to know why she closed them yet. We're just supposed to notice that it was strange, and so I did successfully, thankfully.
どうしたの、スオさん。
気分が悪くなってしまったの。先に上がるわ。
え、そうなの？ついていこうか？
平気よ。少し横になれば良くなると思うから。
スオさん、気分が悪くなったって言った？ちょっと待って。すぐに髪を洗ってしまうから。
洗っても乾かすまで時間がかかるだろ。ほら。
So the atmosphere is very tense. She's excited and nervous at the same time. She's anxious. And sometimes passed between the bath scene and now, so I guess what's going on? What has she explained to her amity partners, and what has she not explained yet?
Ah, 本当だ。なんで彼女がここに？スオちゃん。
ああ、そうか。リンゴさんも呼ばれたんだね。
No, she didn't.
ああ、そうなのね。意味深な言い方をしたから驚いたじゃない。
Typo.
ごめんなさいね。でもこの場所へ来てもらう必要があったの。血まみれメアリーの儀式で消えてしまったイチゴさん。彼女を消した犯人を捕まえるためにはこの温室じゃなきゃダメなの。
犯人って。
First mention of that, there being a culprit in the first place.
イチゴが消えたのは自分からでなく
Hang on.
第三者がいたってことかい？
Yes, good point, Mayuri.
ええ。
犯人というからには、そのスオさんには目星はついているんだね。
本当なの？
ええ。さらった犯人は誰なのかおそらく間違いはないわ。でも犯人を捕まえるよりも一番難解なのはさらわれた彼女の所在だわ。
I love the atmosphere of this scene. It's like the greenhouse at night takes on a different feeling and a different atmosphere. Sorry for repeating myself, but best word I can find at the moment. Love the music. It's tense. It's like quietly tense because a lot's at stake here. Again, as with all of the mysteries, which not only just signal a bad ending if you get it wrong, but it's like, the potential knowledge of like a character's whereabouts is at stake here, like their safety as well. Just like kind of like the mystery with Mayuri at the end of chapter 3. So
それは道理だね。イチゴが見つかればさらった相手はおのずとわかる。
いちごさんの居場所を知っているの？それなら早く行きましょう。犯人がいたって私たち4人でならなんとかなるわ。
腕に覚えがというわけではないけど、私も力を貸すよ。
私としてもごめんなさい。いちごさんの居場所はまだ完全に特定できていないの。この消失事件で一番難しいのはさらわれた彼女だと言ったでしょ。
そうか、確かにそう言っていたね。なら
she did say that.
このいちごさんの消失に絡む事件は全て違和感から始まっているの。
違和感って何が？だってさらわれて消えて別段おかしなことは。
そもそもこの事件の成り立ちがおかしいの。まずいちごさんたちが辞めていった旧友たちを怪しみ、学院に広がっているという噂を追った。そして行き着いたのは血まみれメアリーという七不思議。
オカルトで人が消えるということ？
ええ、私はいちごさんたちから話を持ちかけられ、ついで八代先輩、そしてさらに詳しい話を知っている小帝先輩に血まみれメアリーの儀式の話を聞いた。だからオカルトで人が消えたというありえないことが起きても、もしかしてという思いが抜けなかった。
確かにいきなり消えたと言われれば何を言っているんだとなるね。今筋立てて言われても私たちがなぜ信じたのか。あ、
そう、今まゆりさんが気づいた通り、違和感を得てもおかしくないのに自然と消失を信じてしまっていたのはもう一つ。いちごさんが消えてしまったという部屋に私たちが乗り込み、消失の現場を目にしてしまったせいなの。
Yeah, as I pointed out, when the disappearance happened, the vanishing act was convincing. Ringo's story, sort of her claiming to say that she just up and disappeared and no one heard anything.
あ、確かにまるでメアリー・セレスト号のような現場だったものね。
ごめん、そのメアリーなんとかって？
海上で起きた有名な都市伝説よ。メアリー・セレスト号が漂流しているところを見つけ、別の船の船員が乗り込んだところ、船の中には船員が誰もいなかった。朝食は食べかけのままで、コーヒーはまだ温かく湯気を立てていた。
It's like the Flying Dutchman.
まるで今の今までそこにいたかのように。
なんだかあの日の佐々木さんたちの部屋と似ているわね。
確か救命ボートも全部そのままで、綱をほどいた形跡もなかった。調理室では火にかけた鍋がグツグツと煮立ち、水夫の部屋では食べかけの鶏の丸焼きと酒がそのまま残っていた。とにかく 9人の乗組員はまさに神隠しにあったように消え失せてしまった。
いや、これに関しては偶然のはずだ。本来ありえないと理性が訴えかける出来事も筋立てた推論、そして現場を見てしまったせいで、私たちは消失というオカルトを信じてしまった。飲まれてしまったせいで理性を納得させるため、彼女がひょっこり戻ってくるということにすがり待つことになった。
本当ならすぐにでも報告をしなくちゃいけなかったものね。
閉鎖された環境、与えられる情報、そして抗いがたい現場を目にした状況、それらがオカルトを信じさせてしまった。でもオカルトを抜いたら途端にこの事件は単純になる。
And by that she means if you just listen to what Yatsushiro was saying. Yatsushiro said,
まさか。
ええ、これは、この消失は血まみれメアリーの儀式が起こした怪異なんかじゃない。
she said exactly that. There's no occults involved, and no supernatural things.
そうよね、佐々木りんごさん。
私がいちご姉をさらったと見せかけたとでも言うの？確かにあれが血まみれメアリーの儀式のせいじゃないって言うなら、消えたと証言したリンゴさんが一番怪しいことになるわ。
そもそも消えたというのはリンゴさんの証言だけだ。私たちはその現場を見てはいないんだから。
Which is fairly believable to her credit. She definitely played the role of the victim very well, but now she's under suspicion.
おかしいですよ。
何がって尋ねてもいいかな。
Look at this. This is... Pay attention here. She smiles a smile very unlike herself. That's what Suo's observation is. She's under fire. Like, she's under suspicion as the prime suspect, and her reaction is to laugh it off. This is important. It casts additional suspicion on her. And not for maybe not for the obvious reason why, but the scene is, take note of it. I definitely did the first time around. I was like, she's not acting like when she spreads her arms jokingly here. That is not like usual. I actually think that's a typo. Again, it's not like usual. Because I think what Suo is trying to emphasize here with this line, smile to smile, very unlike herself, and this line right here, that she's not acting like herself. And why is that?
少し考えればわかることですよ。そもそも私たちはやめていった旧友の理由を探して行動していた。そして八代先輩からヒントを得、小見門先輩から儀式の作法を教えてもらった。姉の消失に私が噛んでいるなら、八代先輩、そして小見門先輩すら操っていなくちゃならないですよね。先輩たちの言葉があって初めて儀式が行われて消えたのだから、言っている意味わかりますよね。
A イコール B にはならない。消失を望んでいたとしても、血まみれメアリーの儀式という言葉を引き出すには先輩たちを操るか。
The point here is that they could have been unwitting accomplices, that they planned the disappearance beforehand, and the upperclassmen just gave them a vehicle to do that unwittingly. That is assuming that Ichigo and Ringo are guilty of this, of what Suo is trying to put forth here.
予知でもしないと無理ってことか。
紫いちごさんの消失は以前から用意されていたものだわ。
だからスオちゃん、違うと言ったですよね。
先ほどリンゴさんが言ったのは、血まみれメアリーの儀式の話が出たことは偶然で用意のしようがないということだけど、
Possible, but
それは間違いなの。これは偶然でなく事前に用意されていた答えだったのよ。
何を。
ちょっと待って、もしかして今回の件に八代先輩か小帝先輩が噛んでいるってことじゃないよね。
二人の先輩を抱き込まなくても可能な話なのよ。いい？消失は血まみれメアリーでなくてもよかったの。たまたま血まみれメアリーの儀式の話題が出ただけなのよ。
this links into what Yatsuhiro was saying about how all of the seven mysteries make people disappear. And it doesn't matter which one you see, it's just they just needed a vehicle for it, and it could have been anything, basically. They could have performed any ritual, and the result would have been the same. I think that's what Suo was trying to say.
偶然が重なるのを待っていたってこと？そんな。
違うわ。二人とも小帝先輩が話していたことを聞いていたはずよ。この学院の七不思議は全てさらうということがキーワードになっているって。
おお、そうか。
そう。リンゴさんは知らないふりをしていたけど、七不思議の4つ全ての逸話を知っていたの。そしてそれらが全てさらわれるという結末のことも。だから事前に用意することができた。
そうか、そうよね。それなら調べている段階でどの七不思議の話が出ても問題ない。場所だけを変えればいいだけだわ。
彼女が私たちの部屋のドアをノックした朝、すでに部屋にはいちごさんの姿はなかった。でもこれは消失したわけでなく、ただ夜のうちに姿を消していただけ。部屋の細工を確認した後、私たちを呼びに行き、儀式の余韻で麻痺している私たちへ、さも今までいちごさんがその場にいた風に装った。
私がメアリー・セレスト号を引き合いに出すほど今の今までそこにいた風になっていたね。
It's one of the pieces that we needed to solve the mystery.
炭酸水。
そうだわ。いちごさんへ用意したと言って。
Okay, so here is where I say, when I said that I got it, the mystery right, but for the wrong reason, this is what I'm talking about, because I thought, if what Suo was saying is true, that Ichigo had already left in the middle of the night, I guess how could Ichigo have drunk the soda water? Because there was a distinction that both of the glasses of soda water had already been drank beforehand. Not only that, but and it doesn't match up with Ringo's story, because she says Ichigo wanted a drink, she poured the glass of water, and that's when she disappeared. But Suo notes that there are two half-drunk glasses of soda water on the table, and I was like, well, how could she have drunk it if she wasn't there? Right? That's not the reasoning that she used. It's actually another reason that makes more sense, because you can counter what I just said by saying, oh, well, you know, Ringo could have just drank both of them, like half drunk both of them to make it look like she was there, and that doesn't really prove anything. So, yeah. But like, I had overlooked that when I picked that, which is why I say I picked it for the wrong reason, because the real reasoning that Suo uses to explain the situation here is different, and it's something that I personally never would have guessed.
あれ？でも夜にすでに用意していたのよね。それにしては泡が。
I guess the other thing is, like, why would she need to set it up overnight? Why couldn't she just have poured it about 5 minutes beforehand, and then they would have then like the result would have been the same. She didn't need to fake anything. That's kind of what's strange to me about this, but
それも私が抱いた違和感の一つ。おそらくあのグラスは夜のうちに事前に用意していたものだわ。
だって
これは佐々木さんのミスなの。私たちを部屋に案内した後に気づいて慌てたのね。それで多少の違和感を持たれるのも覚悟して、いつも持っている調味料をグラスに入れたの。
確かにイチゴはスパイスボトルを持っていたな。
何？スパイスボトル？
何でも最近ハマっていたらしくて、何にでも塩かけていたよ。そうか、塩をかけたのか。
Typo. A1. Should be anyone. I honestly did not know that. I was like, oh. I guess it explains why, you put some, you season some meat or whatever and sizzle some more. Maybe that's what she's talking about, but I was like, oh, science lesson right there. Something I never would have really cared to notice. But again, I feel like it was like an unnecessary, it was an unnecessary detail, because why didn't she just pour it beforehand, like 5 minutes before she went over and knocked on the door? It was like she didn't need to go through all of that preparation, basically. Very strange. But
でも今話したのは推論ですよね。
at the end of the day, it is. It's a good one, though.
そうね。でも私は今話したことが正しいと考えているわ。そう。でも証拠はない。4日前、図書室で八重垣さんと会ったわよね。その時、リンゴさんは本来八重垣さんに渡すはずだった小説「銀河鉄道の夜」を譲った。そう、旧版よ。ねえリンゴさん、旧版の一章、午後の授業は面白かったかしら。試すなんて嫌ですね。一章の題は違う。銀河鉄道の夜は宮沢賢治の手により4回の改編が加えられた。現在よく私たちが目にするのは最終項と呼ばれる第4次項、いわゆる審判。そして私がリンゴさんに手渡したのは旧版と呼ばれる第3次項。そして第3次項旧版と第4次項審判の明確な違いは4章ケンタウル祭から始まるの。なぜ存在しない一章をあると言ったのかしら。そして第3次項旧版と第4次項審判の明確な違いは、旧版は一章がそもそもない。
seriously, though, I got to this point and I was like, huh, I didn't select Night on the Galactic Railroad as sort of one of the things that was quote unquote off, so why is it brought up now? Maybe they're both the right answer? And we get to this point and I just like, what? Like, okay, up until now, well, like, you look at this from the perspective of someone who is just going through this mystery for the first time, and it's like, why is this important? You know, it's obviously Ringo. So why would you even bring this up in the first place? I think that's the first clue that this, it's not, like, who she's talking about isn't, who she's referring to isn't Ringo. And that's what tipped me off towards the oddity of this sort of part in this in particular, and I was just thoroughly confused, you know, because Why would it be anyone else? Why would it be Ichigo? Especially, she disappeared. We're looking for her, you know? But this ties back into what I was saying at the beginning of that like little cutscene, the picture of Ringo, and it focuses on her for a while, where I was saying she is not acting like herself. She gives a smile that's unlike herself. She, like, sort of her actions aren't. Even the way she was talking was a little bit strange. That's what I thought anyway, and I was like, I don't think they would have given us this option if it was obvious. I think they're making us think about this. And that's why I picked Ichigo for the first time, because I was like, I think they're trying to, like, I'm trying to get played. And really what tipped it away was like her strange or uncharacteristic acting. I think it was pointed out by Suo at the beginning of that cutscene, and that's kind of what tipped me off. But there's still a lot about this that confuses me, and I'll get to why after I pick this. Imagine getting this far, getting all the previous things right, and then getting here and you pick this wrong. It's I'm sure it would be soul crushing. So that's why I really wanted to get this right, and I'm glad that I did.
そろそろ終わりにしましょう、いちごさん。
何を？
Me too, Mayuri. I had the same reaction.
ほくろが。
バレちゃった。でもすごいよね。よく気づいたね、スオちゃん。今まであった違和感をすべてさらってみたら分かったの。決定的だったのはお塩と、それと私が温室に来たのを考えたら分かるでしょ。
The other detail that was very important, if you hadn't figured it out already by her uncharacteristic acting, is the fact that she put salt in the drink. And that's the sort of detail at the beginning of chapter 5 that I mentioned, where Ichigo carries around salt in her pocket and Ringo carries around the chili spice, or the red pepper, basically. And so how could, I mean, they could have easily switched, but it kind of makes more sense for it to like be Ichigo that actually had been there in the first place.
塩のスパイスボトルを持っているのは私だものね。ここが分かったってことはあれも読んだんだ。今まで得た違和感をさらっていたら、佐々木さんたちの部屋で今までしていなかったのにそれで、ああ、連絡を取り合っていたのはこれだなって分かったのよ。今まで得た違和感をさらっていたら、佐々木さんたちの部屋で今までしていなかったのに急にしたことがあったの。
連絡？ああ、そうね。私たちは隅から隅まで学院を探していたわ。連絡を取り合っていなかったら見つかってしまうものね。でも手紙なんて書いたら
証拠を残してしまう。それに手紙でやり取りする暇はなかったはずだ。ただでさえずっと私たちと一緒だったじゃないか。
Very good point. So how did she do it?
ええ、連絡を取ろうにも怪しまれずに部屋に戻るには授業が終わり自由行動になってから。でもそれではクラスメートはみんな寮に戻っている。たくさんの目があるのに危険を冒すはずがないわ。反面授業で誰もいない時に部屋に手紙を置いていくにしても、今は私たちと行動している。不意に部屋に寄って見つかるとも限らない。そうなんだよ。だから子供の頃にやっていた遊びで代用していたんだ。でもバレちゃったんだね。
This is the sort of confusing part in the mystery to me, the one that makes the least sense, and that's why do they need to switch places? You know, they didn't. The answer is that they didn't. They could have just, Ichigo could have just been hiding the whole time, and Ringo could have been just like with them, and really it's what incriminated them, and that's what made Suo figure out the mystery. So they didn't need to, but Ichigo says it's just for fun. Like they didn't need a reason to, they just did. So I guess, no point in overthinking that.
今までしなかった行為を順に思い出していくの。すると今日の夜森の探索をした後、佐々木さんの部屋に集まった時、
It was pointed out in the animation too. It's what I've been talking about. Why the animators made this point to do this.
私たちにお茶を出してくれる前にある行動をしたわよね。
Tell us what that was.
炭酸水を入れてくれる前、確かそうだわ。カーテンを引いて。
There it is. Told you, no detail should be glossed over, should be left. And that was totally a red flag.
ああ、そうか、なるほど。私も子供の頃弟とやった記憶があるよ。窓に落書きをしてスパイごっこをした。
季節柄ちょうど良かったんだよね。夜はまだ肌寒いし、絶好のホワイトボードだった。
It's kind of contradictory with what the clue said, that it wasn't cold out, but she says it was.
でもね、今日は夜になってから3人急に部屋に上がったでしょ。寒かった室内が私たちの体温で窓が曇って。
Do I believe that would happen so quickly just because 3 people or 4 people are in the room? I don't know. I'm no physicist. But I guess we have to just kind of accept it.
文字が浮かび上がってしまった。だから急にカーテンを閉めたのね。
勝手に部屋に上がったのは悪かったけど。そろそろ姿を見せてほしい。心配していたのよ。
So she basically snuck into their room. That's some pretty entertaining new information that she figured out herself.
だね。出てきてよ、リンゴ。どうも私たちの負けみたいだ。ごめん、スオちゃん。
リンゴさん。
これ、今日の夕食だよ。
なんでこんなバカな真似をしたの？私たちをからかうため？答えて。
The last piece of the puzzle. Why did they do it? And again, we have the answer already. And just think back to what some characters were saying about the nature of the 7 mysteries, why they are used as a plot device.
リンゴはただ協力してくれただけだよ。発案者は私。理由ね。聞きたい？
ああ、ここまで私たちを振り回してくれたんだからな。
理由はね、ざっくり言うと、この学院に飽きたんだ。
It's just basically Rika's suspicions at the beginning when Ichigo initially disappeared was right. She's tired of it. There's some inner turmoil going on that she just never told anyone. And it manifested in that.
飽きた？
うん。だってそうでしょ？ 入ったばかりの頃は新しい生活でワクワクしたけど、落ち着いたらなんもない森の中だよ。授業が終わったって遊びに行く場所もない。携帯だって持ち込めないし、当然ゲームだってテレビも見られない。
It's a very good point. And it's been what I've been saying up to this point, that it's very isolated and old-fashioned and austere, strict, and all of those negative verbs. You have nothing to do. Especially, growing up in this day and age, you're surrounded by like this, if you have the luxury of being surrounded by electronics, which happens often, I'm sure, if you grow up in urban Japan. And then you come to a place like this, and there is no TV, no cell phones, no computers. Like, wow, basically. Like, it's what I've said before. Like, I don't know how people do it. I don't know how they survive. And I think I really do sympathize with Ichigo in this case, even though she kind of played everyone. Someone might feel like they might go crazy.
退屈で退屈でたまらない。ねえ、みんなそうだよね。
そんなことは分かっていたことだろ。
そうだね、知っていたよ。でもいざ始まったらってやつさ。この2ヶ月で辞めていったクラスメイトの気持ちがわかるよ。家に帰れるのは夏休みだけ。それもたった数日だよ。こんなものは牢獄と変わらない。
That's pretty crazy. Less than a week for summer vacation, that is nuts. There are other reasons to stay at the academy, of course, beyond the sort of superficial things that I just mentioned, but it's hard to give up that kind of life once you're so ingrained in once it's been so deeply ingrained into you. I think that's why I really do understand what Jiko is saying at this point.
だから計画したの。消えたふりをして搬入に来た車に忍び込んでここから出るんだ。
I would have done it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
ねえ、リッカちゃんも黙っているけど、そう思うでしょ？思わないわけないよね。私はスオさん。
But even though what Ichiko said is true to a large extent, and I agree with her very much, Suo has a very strong case to disagree. It's because, as she kind of implied, she doesn't have anywhere to go back to. She came here to make friends and to sort of revel in that this wonderful feeling that she always imagines is associated with friendship. And, well, that can be fulfilling in its own way. I've said it multiple times, and I truly do believe it. At least this game does a very good job of sort of making that point. So let's see how she kind of feels about all this. What she feels about Ichigo's assessment and how fed up she is, basically.
泣いて。ごめん。悲しくて泣いたわけじゃないの。ただ帰れる家がある佐々木さんが羨ましくて。そして
I don't know about you, but that's pretty sad. She's used to it, of course. She's kind of grown up with, like, emotional trauma that we've seen hints of already, and it's normal for her, but, to your average viewer, like, yeah, that's really sad.
無事で本当によかった。 初めはいちご姉の言う通りに思っていた。私もこの生活に退屈していたから。だから騙すことは悪いと思っていても止めることはしなかった。でもリカさんやまゆりさん、そうちゃんが本当に心配して探してくれるのを見て、私はごめんって。でも言い出せなくて。ごめんなさい。でも今更だよね。いいのよ。だって友達じゃない。
And there's the kicker. It's like the sort of just unending source of jealousy for her, seeing like other people make friends so easily. It's a little strange to see this come so late at the end of chapter 5 when we've seen this sense of camaraderie established very early on and how they get along so easily to an extent. But I think it kind of makes sense about it. Like, it makes sense if you think about it. The distinction of like what a quote-unquote friend is very important to her. You know, it's like, as I said, it's her shining end goal. You know, it's like what she came here to do and nothing more than that. So, I mean, of course, yeah, she would put a lot of care into like who she considers a quote-unquote friend and who she doesn't. So, like, in a way, this is a very big step forward for her as well. I think it's nice to see like how much sort of characterization this chapter contains, because it takes a little break from the main story of like, you know, the three Amity partners who we've been focusing on up until now, and it takes some time to sort of do some very nice characterization of who we might consider side characters, and we throw in some growth for our protagonist here. It's great. And up until now, it's, you know, the piano's been playing in the background for a while, and it's a reprise of the main opening theme. And when I first played this, I was like, wow, okay, I see that, you know, it's obviously the tone's different, the full arrangement's not there, it's just a piano. I think it drives home, like, sort of, like, it's trying to tell you, like, oh yeah, this scene is important, so you better listen, and of course it's important. We don't need the music to tell us that, but it sort of adds to that feeling, I think. So it does a very good job in that regard.
そうちゃん、私たちのことは友達だって。
Of course, such an important distinction doesn't go unnoticed.
あんなにひどいことをしたのに友達だって言ってくれるの。そうよ、私は勝手にそう思っている。だからもういいの。友達だからこそ不安だったし怒っていたけれど。
Ooh, I think I cut her off, I'm sorry.
そうよ、私は勝手にそう思っている。だからもういいの。友達だからこそ不安だったし怒っていたけれど、でも許したいの。
スオさんに免じて許すことにしますか。これはもう仕方ないね。リッカ。
ええ、そうね。というか、それよりも。
何？
私、スオさんに友達って言われてない。友達よね。ね。
It's true. I mean, she's very stingy with that word, of course, as we have discussed at length but I think that still kind of has to do with their conversation in the bath in chapter 4, or the one that she unwittingly overheard about how Mayuri has some reservations about that still. So Suo is careful to sort of not overstep her boundaries, and she's still unsure about their status, of course. And it is kind of weird to see, like, now, until the end of chapter 5, she hasn't said that yet. We're almost done, basically. We're almost halfway done. We're more than halfway done. But, well, after this chapter, it's gonna be right back to the main story. So we're gonna see how that plays out too. Oh dang it, I didn't save. And that's it. And that's the end of chapter 5. The whole music and cutscene to signal
大きな
the end
株
of it.
というロシア民話がある。大きくなりすぎた株を一人では抜くことができず、おじいさんがおばあさんを呼び、おばあさんが孫娘を呼び、孫娘が犬を。協力し合うことの大切さを説いた民話。しかしこのお話は株を抜いたところで唐突に終わる。抜いた後の株はどうなるのだろう。協力してくれた者へ分けてあげるのだろうか。料理を振る舞ってあげるのだろうか。物語は協力し合う素晴らしさを説いたところで終わるが、現実はそれから後もずっとずっと生々しくも続く。これから始まるのはエピローグを迎えた後の延々と続く日常の始まり。
And that's where we're gonna end off. It's a pretty appropriate stopping point, I think. I wish I had stopped like right at that last line of chapter 5 like I usually do. I just didn't see it. I just forgot sort of where it ended. But yeah, it's kind of, you know, uplifting and reassuring, and even the monologue that precedes this chapter is surprisingly, it's not positive per se, but it's not bleak, it's not foreboding like the other ones that have come before it. So maybe there is some hope for our main character yet. I think that remains to be seen. But yeah, I mean, when she says what follows the epilogue, I think she's referring to the epilogue of, you know, the sort of events of her and the Sasaki's and that story, that story basically. And we're gonna continue on with this very, very interesting development between the relationship between Suo and her two Amity partners. And that will basically take up the remainder of this game because we have about 3 chapters left. I do think this one that we've just started right now is the shortest one, so I do kind of hope to knock that out in one episode. That would be great. But once again, I'm probably underestimating the time it's going to take to finish it. We're running for 2 hours here, and like I said, not a better place to stop than this one. We're going to pick this up, hopefully, if Volume 2 Summer releases soon, then I'm going to put this aside and start playing that one. I'm going to stream it in place of this one for the time being. But if not, and they continue, Jazz per se continues with their sort of suspicious background activities and do not release the game, then we're going to try and finish this as soon as possible, or get as far as possible, basically. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and this This is Automelon signing out. I will see you in the remainder of Chapter 6.